This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where? Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, the evening edition. Hello, Michelle H. Tuff. Hello, Captain Vince. By the way, shout out to Captain Vince. Great live today, reviewing the Mr. J. Hill, Monique Samuels interview. I was there in support because, I want to give my own view, but of course I had to come through and support one of my best friends on YouTube. You do find good people here upon this platform. So, we do have a lot to talk about, y'all. It was an hour interview, but it was a good full hour. And I took my notes, and I have some things to say, child. And you know what? Braylon was wrong. Braylon Lee was wrong. Once again, Braylon Lee was wrong. I will tell you what I mean here in just a minute. Higher is weighing, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear the virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. This was a fascinating interview. I mean that in the most sincere sense of the word. Shout out to Mr. J. Hill, an excellent interviewer. As we are about to go through this interview, you will get a sense that it really was just a real conversation between two human beings, and it felt like we were all in the room. Very casual. Wasn't any follow-up questions that didn't make sense. I loved how they helped clarify each other's statements, but most of all, it felt like a real conversation that you would have with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, anybody. I mean, it was that good of an interview. I'm not gonna sit here in front. So here we go, y'all. So Monique Samuels, said to Mr. J. Hill that the show Love and Marriage DC was supposed to be her own show, but it's easy to umbrella it because we all know it was Love and Marriage Huntsville that opened up the door for DC and then Detroit. So Monique is doing good. She loves herself for the first time, and she said boundaries will show up for her. She was born, Monique was born in 83, and, she was married to Chris for 11 years. You marry that person for the bond that you had with them, and for all that you don't want to deal with yourself, you marry that person in order to make sure that you don't have to deal with yourself, because there's a distraction there, right? And you get depleted and burnt out and exhausted, and you get distracted from dealing with yourself. Now, I never thought about that before when it came to a partner, because I felt like whenever you do marry your best friend, they take on, who you are, securities and insecurities, right? Because when you love somebody, that's what you do. But I never really thought about, if you marry somebody, that person could be a distraction for the flaws you have that you don't want to deal with. I never thought about that. And so then Candace and the fight or RHOP gets talked about. And, Monique said that she had some childhood traumas, and she said lashing out on a person that didn't deserve it. Now, y'all know my stance on this fight. Regardless of what happened, Monique was out of line, because any other woman who if they did that, they would be getting the smoke as well. So I'm glad that she recognized that. And, if you don't deal with those childhood traumas, it comes out at the unperfect time. Hey, who said that? Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope all is well with you. So I appreciate the candor of recognizing a mistake, owning it, and moving forward. Now, of course, that doesn't mean everybody's going to accept you, in your journey of moving forward, but that journey is not for them, it's for you, right? So I definitely can agree with that. And so Monique was digging and searching for herself, and she married potential. And Monique believes that she gave and gave and gave, but you also have to receive. And I have heard of this before, that, women marry potential. And, I'm on Clubhouse, the social audio app. And I promise you, there will be these, men versus women rooms all the time. And, I did hear one time, I'm not married for potential. But then I recognize, they're not saying they won't invest in potential if it's moving potential. They're just not going to marry potential just because it's potential. They need to see something moving. And from that standpoint, it makes sense, right? Because when you get to be 34, you ain't got time to chase a childhood dream. It's got to be something concrete. Now, depending on the industry, it may take a little bit longer. For example, the media industry, oh my Lord. It takes a while to get in the door to find that one thing to make everything happen, right? So I definitely can receive what Monique is saying. When you give to others, it's cool, but when you want to be okay, it hits different. And I think sometimes we forget as givers that we also want to receive. And that's one thing that I need to do better on, is I'm always trying to make sure everyone else is okay. I also need to make sure that Braylon is okay, because if Braylon's not okay, then Braylon's not going to be able to give anything that he doesn't have. So, Mr. J. Hill said the truth is the truth, because he doesn't believe in his side, her side of the truth. He believes the truth is the truth. I get what he means in the totality of whatever the truth is, it is that truth. But also, too, in relationships, there's always two sides, right? For example, we all know Melody Cherie Rogers, or Melody Cherie Lee, if you roll that way. We all know, for example, when she would go to the hotel, she would do me time, right? And there are plenty of women and plenty of men that I am sure have done a staycation, that they went to a hotel and they got their laptop and they did, business work. You know what I mean? Or they just chilled out at the hotel, spa, or wherever. Everyone has done me time before. It is not a new concept. It's not a crime to take time out for yourself. It's only a crime to people who want control, right? So I thought that was very interesting. And Mr. J. Hill said, well, didn't he give you, his last name and money? And Monique said that, yeah, he did do that. I'm not saying that he didn't give me anything, but, he didn't give me vulnerability. He didn't make me feel covered. He didn't make me feel safe in my femininity. So while Chris gave, physically, and financially, he didn't give emotionally. And I think that, as this interview progresses, I really do see Monique in a new light, because I'm just like, Monique has to be a hateful person. I mean, if y'all did not see the fight, y'all gonna look it up on YouTube. I mean, she was like a screaming banshee. Okay. And I wasn't cool with that behavior. I wasn't just like Michael, pinching behinds and everything else. And Ashley was telling Michael to stop at the engagement party and everything else. Listen, I would rather have a Monique Samuels in my corner than an Ashley in my corner as a best friend. Because we only see what we see for 60 minutes with commercials, 40 minutes, 42 minutes without commercials. And like I said, not everybody's going to accept Monique after this interview, but you can't come to her with that energy as bad as it was before. You can't come to her with that energy, because I saw a comfort, I saw peace, and I really saw a mental switch turn on of, I may not be where I want to be, but here's where I am. And I'm cool with where I am. If you're not cool, that's cool, but I'm not going to allow my history to determine my destiny. And I really did feel that. So when she said what she said about she didn't feel vulnerable, she didn't feel covered, she didn't feel safe in her femininity, it's not being woke. It's not being soft as a man to recognize those things. It is investing in her emotionality, so that way the environment can be best for her to give physically to you, in terms of taking care of the kids if you have kids or fur babies, and also too for her to be able to want to be a helpmate. If there's not energy of care, love, and thankfulness, then I'm not gonna be able to put any energy into our relationship. So I definitely received what she was saying with that. And she said that, men should take on protecting an image and taking on stress. And listen, I get what she means, but also too, like, at the same time, and I've said this before about when I do get married, because I would like to get married one day. I think I said this to y'all and to me and my friends and family. When I marry my wife, I'm marrying her to be my something, not my everything. I'm saying it 2 more times. I married her to be my something, not my everything. I married her to be my something, not my everything. And Tamar and Vince, how they would be Velcro all the time, and it would be business manager, client. I'm not going to marry my wife for her to be my manager. That's my manager's job, to manage, the career. I married you to be my something as a resource for when I'm done with the world for the day. What do you mean? No, I'm still here. I think it's just you. Because I'm here. Type of 1 in the chat. Y'all can still hear me. Because I'm here. I'm here. Hang on. Let me see something, child. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Nope, we're good. We're good on both channels. We're good. So yes, back to this, and thank you, Captain Vince, because child, anything can happen, child. Okay, so listen, we work together over here. It's an investment relationship over here, not a transactional relationship. So thank you, Captain Vince. Love you, I appreciate you. Thank you for the ones in the chat who said that, and Lynette Stiller for that. But yeah, like I said, you don't want a Velcro relationship. I've said this example many times, that if me and my wife were both hosts of the entertainment industry, and I got a $20 million contract from ABC, and she got a $20 million contract from ABC, then that'll be $40 million coming to our household. Why would I be jealous of my wife who's on my team and I'm on her team, right? So it's important to have separation so you can have a connection. Oh, that was good. It's important to have separation so you can have connection. It's important to have separation so you can have connection. Amen. So women being protectors is outlined. I'm going to push back a little bit. I feel that men need to be protective over the family. They need to be protective over their purpose. They need to be protective of who they allow into their space. But I think, women be protectors of, their kids, the emotionality, the spirituality of the home. I don't think that's a bad thing. Women being protectors is a good thing. Now, I don't know if that's what Monique meant or not by, women being protectors is outlined. But if you are in a marriage, then guess what? Both of you need to be protectors of that image. Both of you need to be able to take on those stresses, because there's going to be times where maybe he's not going through a lot, but you're going through a lot. Maybe you're going through a lot and he's not going through a lot. So it's, matching each other's energy. So I push back a little bit on women being protectors is outlined, but I think I got what she meant by, that heavy emotional turmoil of, just the emotional mechanisms that women should have to be protectors of all the time of that. Now that I do get. So when Monique was dating Chris, Monique was the business manager for Chris. When Chris didn't want to show up or he forgot a appearance, Monique had to be the bad guy. And so Monique was expecting a shift to happen. And I guess that's why they say don't mix business with pleasure, right? But that is true. Usually in Hollywood, if there is an appearance that you booked to go and appear and all that stuff. If there's a TV show, this, that, and the third, that wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Who said that? Said he making 20 million. I won't be working. so you gonna be the stay at home wife, very cutesy, very mindful, very demure, huh? Understood. But no, that example was just, hey, Nikki News on Narcissism. Good to see you, my friend. We're just getting started. Glad to have you here. But yeah, I really do mean that. Like, why would I be jealous of my wife making $20 million with ABC? I'm making $20 million with ABC. That's $40 million coming to the house. I also get what you mean too, of if your partner has it, that you should be able to have that freedom to be yourself. And we'll get to that a little bit later, because Monique said something very powerful about marriage. For sure. Like I said, this was a great interview. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So like I said, when Chris didn't want to show up to anything, Monique had to be the bad guy. And Monique was expecting a shift to happen of, okay, I'm no longer your business manager. I'm not going to keep taking the fall for you. But I will be there to help you. So now you need to take some responsibility. And I'm seeing Monique in this different light because, I said this on my thumbnail. Monique basically said it's not the environment that makes, it's not the environment that determines if somebody's good or bad. It's the people producing the environment that determines if it's good or bad. So there were things that they expected out of each other they couldn't give to each other. The version I was when I met you was enough for me at that time. And I remember something that Tamar said, that, the person you are at 20 years old is not the same person you are at 40 years old. And she did do that. Monique did hire a nanny. But even with a nanny, you still want to feel seen, heard, and embraced. And I think that's what it was right now. From what I saw of Chris Samuels, it seemed like Monique was the extrovert and Chris was the introvert of, hey, I'm going to be here for you. And I'll ride with you. You know what I mean? But I'm staying in my square of what matters to me. You know what I mean? So even, and that's the thing too, we got to recognize, who said that even as rich or wealthy as above board that you are in terms of making it, just because you have those resources doesn't mean that the home is not functional. You know what I mean? So the change was not consistent. But Monique wanted him to be him. So when Monique was requesting these things, he did make changes, but the changes were consistent of that vulnerability and, taking care of the kids, this, that, and the third. And it was very hard to walk away, from the marriage. The first time she tried to walk away, the baby was 6 months, but now the daughter is 9 years old. So when she was filming Love and Marriage DC, she was at her wit's end, and she told the producers that hopefully this show triggers something within Chris. And so the hardest thing after, Love and Marriage DC and everything else with the divorce was restructuring life for the kids, because she didn't want her kids to go through what she went through. And I am very appreciative of any mom or dad that will stand up for their kids and say, listen, I can no longer do this for my soul, and the kid's soul does not need to be, ravaged in this. They do not need to be collateral damage. So we need to separate for the kid's sake. And I can only imagine what it is to divorce somebody that you think is going to be your forever. But in the same token, forever is just a concept. How that becomes a reality is based on your execution. So if I have done all I can do and you've done all you can do, getting divorced is not a sin. What is sin is staying in some ish that ain't working out for you or your partner, and the kids are suffering for it. Let me tell you this. If the kids are more happy to go to school than to come home to see you, that's a problem. That's a problem. If y'all go out to Cold Stone Creamery and they're more happy about getting ice cream than being in this family, that's a problem. If y'all go to a water park and they are more happy hanging out with kids of their own age than hanging out with the family, that's a problem. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm never moving off of that square. Never in the past life, present life, or afterlife. So, Chris and Monique were basically saying we're speaking two languages, but they couldn't translate for each other. So they had no foundation in their marriage. Chris and Monique, they had no foundation in their marriage. Marriage counselors asked them not to go down the aisle. Monique was 29 years old when they got married, and they've been dating for 6 years. Monique said that we are taught that marriage is the goal, but really marriage is the beginning. And it goes to that phrase of, do you want a wedding day or do you want a marriage? Because a lot of people, they like the wedding day, but they're not really wanting the commitment of marriage. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I've thought about my wedding day of who I want there in my life, and of course, playing Wedding Feud and me hosting it, and holding my wife during fast money, and having a wonderful time. I gotta recognize I'm in public, so I can't have that much of a good time while I'm hosting Wedding Feud. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the point is, though, I've thought about it, but I've also thought too of, for me to marry somebody, I not only have to have myself together, but I have to have the mental capacity to want to give and invest and be of that energy of taking a trip because I actually want to take the trip. Because I think a lot of times today in 2024, people are willing to take mental road trips in relationships just to feel like they have something going on and to protect. Absolutely, without question. And to that point, Nikki News on our system. By the way, she's a content creator. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to Nikki News on our system. Great people. When it comes to protecting, protecting is not just protecting, the water, lights, electric, and gas. Sometimes it's protecting your kids of, hey, you had a bad day today. Let's go to Jump Zone and let's be kids today. Don't worry about homework. We'll get the homework done. Let's just go be kids. That's protection. Sending your wife out to, a black-owned, massage spa and allowing her to have a day herself. That's protecting. We always think of protection in terms of monetary value or, physical value. But if you can't protect your family mentally and spiritually and emotionally and socially and culturally, then what the fuck are you doing here? Because, child, I can be a disaster on my own. I don't need to be a hurricane of other people. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to say that again. I could be a disaster by my damn self. I don't need to be a hurricane to other people. I could be a disaster to my damn self. I don't need to be a hurricane to other people. And that's why I feel like Monique was saying of, oh my God, these kids are in a hurricane. And I am at category 1. And if I don't stop, this is going to get to a category 5. So, there's a lot of mental hurricanes happening in the world right now. And we're going into 4 years of a social, political, mental, every other intel all around the world, hurricane for the next 4 years. And so, listen, do everything you can to keep yourself out of category 1. But if you do have that category 5 energy, don't take it out on the people trying to help you. As I am saying that to you, I am saying it to my damn self, okay? Because what I've come to recognize is that square of right is right, wrong is wrong, not everybody rolls with that energy. Not everybody wants to be a uniter. Not everybody wants to have their heart grow three sizes that day, to use the words of the Grinch. But that doesn't mean that hurricane that they're being, you have to be damaged of that hurricane. Okay. Hand claps from who said that you are wise beyond your years. Thank you, Nikki News of Narcissism. Love you, love you, love you. And it's no problem. We support people who deserve it over here. You know that. I almost passed out on election night, child. We did 3 with the T election night watch party from 7:30 p.m. on the 5th, and I ended it at 5 a.m. on the 6th. Child, I was tired, mentally and otherwise. So, with that being said, marriage counselors, oh yeah, I talked about all that already. So we're at the part where Jay Hill wishes that they got married, because they also, were dating for 6 years, and they were playing house. Here's the thing, right? I was on your watch party, but dropped off at midnight. Child, there were a lot of people that dropped off, but there were a lot of people that hanged in there. Child, we were all waiting. We were all waiting for hopefully a different result. Like I said, I like red because of the Razorbacks. I just didn't like seeing red across the country. Anyway, it is what it is. But one thing you can't do, you can't block platforms like this that are providing love, grace, and space to people that deserve it. So, do not touch my anointing. Let my prophets be unharmed. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think positivity, you will give positivity. You think negativity, you will give negativity. It's the law of attraction. Some of y'all in the back might want to look that up. So maybe that's why you're attracted to things that you're attracting. As I'm saying that to you, I'm saying to myself too, child. Okay, so it's equal across the board. Okay, so here's the thing: when it comes to what Jay Hill said about they should have got married first. The reason why you date is to see if they can pass the interview process and your mental background check. If you would have got married first, then guess what? There is no mental safety net for you. There's nothing for you to reference back to be able to navigate any hard situations. So, in the words of Judge Lynn Toller, if y'all get into an argument, watch them, how they pay their money. Watch them, how they make time for people. Watch them. And everything in between. Did you see where that lady got arrested for throwing away all the Kamala Harris ballots? I did not see that, but I'm not surprised by it. Like I said, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, sometimes the hardest lesson is a mentally bought lesson, But I don't think you should get married right away. I think the dating process or the courting process, to use an old school term, is very valuable, because if you can't handle me in the process of getting to know me, there's no way you're going to be able to invest in me as a partner. But also too, that was Jay Hill's situation too. And Monique said, when you get married, you should know right away. If it took that long to date to figure out if you want to be married, then why get married? And I get that, but also too, you only got one life. It is okay to take, maybe 2 to 3 years for you all to develop a connection. People do not want to invest anymore in anything of importance, and they don't want to be able to do the work to get somewhere in life. And I think that's the joy in doing the work. Like, let me tell you something. This YouTube channel is probably the hardest challenge I have ever done in media. I've done Clubhouse, I've done Facebook, I've done Twitter. I'm on there, but I really don't use it, child. I really don't. I pop in every once in a while. I use Twitter, for stories here on Virtual Tour Live, where, I don't want to show y'all, Twitter thing, but I download, videos from Twitter for the show. But anyway, and Instagram and stuff like that. But also too, it's just we are so quick to post anything and everything, but we don't take time and just allowing ourselves to be in the present moment. And Monique spoke about being in the present moment. So she said that there are mirrors of reflection, that when you're shading your partner of what they're not doing, sometimes it's a reflection of what's going on with you, and that emotional abuse can weigh on you too. And Jay Hill then says he's never been truly loved for who he is. And he said that, if a woman is working out and, the peach is, peaching this, that, and the third, then women get all the likes. But for a man, they got to actually put in the work to get abs, or they got to go to school or do this, and that. And they are never truly just liked for who they are. And that was a very deep quote from Jay Hill, because I had to think about that for myself. I'm like, he's absolutely right. And y'all seen who I like on Instagram. And he's absolutely right. A woman can just show up in her appearance and get likes, but a man is completely different. And so, it comes to that conversation of love of self, that love should be internal, not external. And I think whenever you are in this thing of life and you are trying to figure out your own way, the car you drive, the house you have, the husband you have, the wife you have, or if you're vice versa, the wife that you have or the husband that you have in that fashion, the job that you have, we have these titles and responsibilities that, somehow supposed to comprise of who we are. But when all that falls away, who are you? Of course, I'm Braylon Lee, the host and tour guide, Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Life. But who is Braylon Lee outside of all this? If I don't have a sense of Braylon Lee outside of this, then I'm not going to be able to do this. Because if I don't know myself outside of this, I'm going to bring my authentic soul to this platform. And I definitely received that comment there. So Monique wanted to relax, but it wanted Chris to relax because he, played NFL for a very long time, but wasn't her right. And she wanted to prove that to him, that she loved him for him, because when you're in the NBA, when you're in the, I was about to say NBA, but even with the NBA too, when you're in the sports world, some people will feel like you're a gold digger because he's got this multi-million-dollar contract, endorsement deals, and TV deals, and radio deals, and stuff like that. But I appreciate the fact that Monique rested in the fact that she really loved him for him. I think because we have been damaged by people that have not always treated us right, we use past history to dictate where we are. And I'll be vulnerable with y'all. I've had the thought before of, if a woman told me that she loved me, I would say to her, stop lying. Just stop it. That's cap. Stop it. And I was talking with my friends one day. I even said this to my mom, because this is how vulnerable I am with my mom. And she said, why would you say that? I'm like, because I've been hurt so many times before. I don't know what real love is. And she's like, okay, well, why are you holding on to that pain when God might have sent you the right one and you destroyed the best thing you could have had? Because of the pain that you don't have to feel no more, because that pain has been healed, because God sent you something that was bigger than all your pain that you went through. Are we going to have a real conversation, or we're just going to do a YouTube live and you watch me and I'm watching y'all? What do y'all want to do? Because I totally understood what Jay said about not being loved fully for who you are. It has to be something that you've done to prove yourself for that. And that to find a woman that they see you for you, not for all the titles and resources you have, that's a real conversation for men and for women, because like I said, men get used, women also get used as well for their social capital too. So I really appreciated Jay Hill recognizing that it's not that he doesn't deserve to be loved, because he absolutely does deserve to be loved. He seems like a really good brother. But he would like to be fully loved for the soul that he is, not for the persona that he is to the world. And I thought that was a very, very powerful conversation with what Jay Hill said. So Monique felt that she could not relax, even though that energy was not accepted for when she said she was exhausted. That was her energy, but there wasn't a space for that energy to be accepted. Like I said, Chris stepped up during quarantine, but it wasn't consistent. He was open and free with his financial investments, but not with his humanity investments. Monique still has respect to Chris and always will. Talking about what she did, but doesn't want to disparage Chris because they do have kids, and she does see the good in him. And Monique said that if you did it, you have to own up to it. You know what I mean? And Jay Hill said that. Well, actually, Jay Hill said that, and then Monique had a thought on that as well. But that is true. If you don't put boundaries up, you can't blame yourself, or you can't say it's not my fault. No, you did it, right? And I truly believe that the reason why humanity is so complex is because it is life is fight or flight. We're either fighting to get through something or we're trying to fly high to go somewhere. And no one is perfect in their judgment, but everybody has the right to be human. If you feel hurt, you have the right to feel hurt. If you feel you have the right to stand up, you got the right to stand up. And the day that we quit judging each other and our spectrum of emotionality is the day that we can all maybe not so much get along, but we can at least make connections of unity. Because if you haven't seen Inside Out too, and what anxiety did, you need to watch it. Because you will have your whole soul snatched up. Oh, wait a minute. So that's what's in my head. That's what anxiety looks like. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know. By the way, give y'all a little hint. There's a woman named Nostalgia. Watch out for Nostalgia. She's lovely. Anyway, let's get back to this. So Monique's family said that you create the monster. And I didn't think that Monique's family meant that Chris is an actual monster. I think they meant the actual monster of, him being able to do what was comfortable with him, but not accepting your comfortability. I think that's what they meant. Because Monique said that she was pregnant and she was cooking. When she was 5 months pregnant, she would wait on him hand and foot, but never put up those boundaries of, babe, I'm tired. I can't do it today. Can you help me? And that Monique said that there was a clip that said women marry potential and men will marry for women to stay the same. And I think if you're trying to marry a woman to stay the same, then you might as well just stay by yourself, because guess what? How can you marry a woman to stay the same and you can't step up for her? This ain't for simping. This ain't for clout. This ain't for anything like that. Now that red pill shit. I was raised very old school. Give the best you have. If you don't have the best give, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but utilize your resources to do what you need to do for you. That's the raising. That's the old school. That's that school of thought that I come from. And so Jay Hill said that, you are who you are. And for example, that you may have stopped cheating, but you're undisciplined in other areas. And that was a very good point as well, because people like to change their energy for one area in life, but that energy is consistent in other areas. And Monique gave a good example of, if you belch out loud, and I tell you, okay, that's a little much, but I still accept you, then that's what a marriage is. But if they love you for you, they will compromise, right? But as long as you know the choice, or choices that you have, then you can make that choice whether to accept or deny. Monique wrote a list of AA terms and sentences of what she wants to be for herself. And so she said, you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. And she said, when you work on yourself, that's when the real search for you begins. And I do agree with that. And Monique said the true person comes out in breakups. That's very true. With one of my exes, I was on this all the time, right? And she wanted quality time with me. And so, I said to her many times that, hey, listen, I can end the show early. I can do this, that, and the third, but you also have to communicate with me, right? And I'll never forget it, because one of the things with me is I signed up for this, but my family and my friends did not sign up for this media life. I did. And so, I posted her on Facebook. I said I really, could care less. And she was like, well, I was excited to be posted to Facebook. I didn't get, because I'm from the old school. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be able to save something for yourself, right? And I think Dolly Parton said that too, that, I share my music, I share Dollywood, I share everything else, but I should have something for me. And I said to my ex that, listen, we can post all the pictures we want, but if there's no love in real life of me and you, then what's the point of posting the picture if we're broken in real life? And I'll never forget, she was moving out of her place. And she asked me if I could come and help her. And I still showed up. And she was like, I didn't think that you would show up after everything. I'm like, you must not know me. When I make a commitment, I honor that commitment, regardless of what happened. Like I said, I know I'm not everyone's cup of coffee, but I know I'm someone's cup of coffee, right? And she taught me a lot about recognizing the value of someone being in the room with you. She made me recognize that sometimes being too connected to your purpose can make you lose out on people who want to invest in you for your purpose as a person. But I think the biggest thing that she taught me was you have to give the love, grace, and space that you are asking for, that you've been searching for. And she was one of the biggest lessons in my life, but she is one of the best people that ever came into my life. And she's made me better for it. So, like I said, there's a lot of softiness under all this, the boldness, the bravado, the bluntness. There is a soul here. And I don't share that with y'all all the time, because that's what Virtual Tour Live is about. We go on tour to the highest destinations that you guys are going to in this virtual world of social media. But as I give that boldness, that bravado, that bluntness, there is a soul of care under here. There is a soul of consideration. There is a soul of wanting to connect and try to be a uniter and not a divider, So anyway, let's roll on, child. So, Mr. J. Hill said, how can I be ish, but we were together this long? And I think that goes to that point that Kicking It with Courtney showed this morning on her live. I wish I was Kicking It with Courtney. She said, this clip said, we tend to forget the good in a person during that experience in time. And so I feel like sometimes the bad, when it's bad, and we negate the good. But we also have to recognize that within that good that you're not seeing in your partner, that your partner can also not see the good in you too. So it's easier said than done to have cooler heads prevail. But what I would like to suggest is, when it was bad, Did they stick it out with you? If you always showcase your character, people will understand your character. If you always showcase your character, people will understand your character. If you always showcase your character, people will understand your character. So then we did. So let me see here. Said that. Hang on. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. So then we talk about hypnotherapy, where you're getting very sleepy. When you go to sleep, you are going to think that you are married to Jill Scott. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. You're going to go to sleep in 3, 2, 1, fire. Hey, baby. Hey, how you doing? You good? Yeah, I'm Braylon Lee, and you're Jill Scott Lee. I know this. Meanwhile, you're under a trance. But that's what hypnotherapy is, y'all. But basically, the hypnotherapist helped Monique realize that everything in life is a lesson. You cannot define yourself by other people's definitions of you. So the hypnotherapist said to Monique, appreciate the role that they played and be grateful he told you who he was, because Chris actually didn't want to get married. But Monique did. And so Monique wishes Chris well, that he finds somebody that is for him, because that is going to help the children. And I do hope that when Chris watches this interview, that he sees, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I didn't know who I was either. And we don't know what we don't know. As I often say at the end of every show I do, know what you do and do what you know. You know what I mean? Monique would get married again, and she's open, but she's not, searching for it. She met Chris when she was 19. They started dating at 22, 23, and she's about to turn 41 for her birthday. And there was a call that called in, because she was on a Washington, D.C. radio station. And I think it was WGPC, something like that, I think. It was like 100 point something or 96.1 something. But anyway, it was a morning show. And so this call called in, and she said her first marriage lasted 10 years. And then a few years later, she married her second husband. And they've been married for 28 years. He's the male version of her, and she's the female version of him. And when that call called in, not only did she say all that, but she also said that her husband was her reward for doing the work. And Mr. J. Hill said that, failed relationships can have successes after, because Mr. J. Hill and his ex-wife, they have a child, they have a beautiful co-parent relationship. And I think that's true. I think a lot of times we look at failure as, oh my God, it's the end of the world. But success and failure is only in the eye of the beholder. So Monique talked about her sister, and her sister said that, there shouldn't be any ownership in marriage, and we don't look at marriage. We look at marriage as fine. We don't look at marriage as an experience. And that was very powerful too. I thought that's true. I mean, you're bringing your life and someone else's life and making it one. And that is an experience. That's not just a moment. And so there was an argument on their honeymoon, Chris and Monique, about the energy being given, because Chris was treating Monique like a homeboy. It wasn't a very romantic mood. And Monique said that the people that you are married to, they may only be in your life for a reason or a season, but we make them a lifetime. And I thought that was a deep quote for friendships too. Sometimes we are trying to make these lifelong friends, but maybe that friend was supposed to be in your life for a reason or a season. The hardest part of being single after being married is being alone. Let's see here. For Monique. Monique can date a regular guy. She loves to read, journal. She's a tree hugger. She's outside. She has 2 TVs on in her house, but she doesn't turn them on. And she loves to travel. Men are physical, women are spiritual. I agree with that on the surface, but I would tend to believe that there are some men like myself that they are very sapiosexual. They love intellects, they love conversation, they love pushing the boundaries of thought. Um, you know what I mean? So I don't think every man and woman can be painted. I don't think men and women can be painted with a broad brush. But from the surface level, I understood what she said. But she also said that women need to stop expecting so much from a man, but don't request it. And one of the things is body and libido. Men are asking for the woman to have the same body after kids, and you have to meet women where they are. If you can take the kids off and let her rest, or if you're cleaning the dishes, then she wants to jump you because you are meeting her where she is. So that's about that evolution. Stay-at-home moms don't have an outlet, and it's a harder job than actually having an actual job, right? So Jay Hill says women should think before you ask for ish, but also too that should be for men too. We should both think. Both genders should think before we ask for ish. And then Mr. J. Hill said, will your next person with the public be understandable? And Monique said that really all you can do is what you can do. That, you know, people get upset when you mess up their picture and you just try to live your life. So how this interview happened was her sister is in the music industry, and this was a press stop for the Mr. J. Hill podcast. So Mr. J. Hill and Monique took a selfie, and then Monique was going to send the selfie to him. But then J. Hill messaged Monique 2 years ago. So then we get to the Carlos King part of it, right? That Love and Marriage DC was the greatest nightmare, but the greatest teacher. And there was a lot more that meets the eye behind the scenes. And she did not even say Carlos King's name in the interview. But she said that he came to her and talked about support, and it can be natural drama, and black folks are not showing the best light. And she said that he did worse to her than the white folks. And so Jay Hill asked, was Love and Marriage DC more worse than The Housewives? She was like, oh yes. I'm like, oh, by the way, let's review. So Melody has called out Carlos King, and Bria has called out Carlos King because there was a intro for Bell Collective where she was dancing in a way that she did not like, and they aired it anyway. Then you have Winter saying that they don't pay nothing. And then Latrice, let's not forget Latrice, who handled Destiny and Carlos. Mm-hmm. So that's 4 women. So Melody, Latrice Pearson, Winter, and Monique. 4 women. And then if you want to add Candy, that's 5. Candy Burris, because she doesn't like Carlos either. So you see, it's mostly women that don't like him. And not to mention, there's not really any dude in the game like a Will Packer or Tyler Perry or a Jacarius Johnson or anybody of that caliber that ever mentions Carlos in a good light. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, show all of what it looks like, not just the moments that she was screaming. And you know, it was basically a dog her ass out type of energy, and they didn't show the real moments and context, show why I was reacting, and it was unorganized on camera and off camera. But people did say to her that that show helped put places on the map with DC, because some people use the DC name but they don't utilize the locations in DC. And Monique helped produce the show, essentially influenced the show. Some of them dogged her, some of them thanked her. Monique is not being messy anymore. And then Mr. J. Hill talked about, you know, what is that new show with all white people? And it's Love is Blind is DC. And, you know, Monique says Chocolate City. And by the way, the Go-Go song, Monique said that had to be a Go-Go song because that's DC. So then she ended it with We Leave, essential oils, skincare products, self-care. And Mr. J Hill's going to get a diffuser, which is water. You put water in this diffuser, and it's like a cool mist, and then you drop oils in that makes your house or your apartment or your place smell like a spa. Rice water smells like eggs. So this was a glow toner. It has like 10 essential oils. It's like $24.99. And it lasts for 90 days, and the kit lasts 3 to 5 months. For the whole kit's $250. She left radio to do her business full time, and she homeschools her kids. And she has a YouTube series called The Self Challenge with Monique on her YouTube channel, Tea with Monique. And that is the Mr. J. Hill Monique Samuels interview after show. We did that in 1 hour and 40 seconds rather. Woo, child. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? I hope it was a good review. I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, indeed. I have to tell y'all, I don't play when it comes to reviewing a interview, and I really, truly enjoyed this interview. I love the diversity of the questions. I loved how it was a easy come, easy go conversation. I loved how relaxed Monique was, that it was not, that it wasn't a space of not feeling seen. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I thought it was a really, really good interview. So yes, indeed, y'all. We are live on tour. Just reviewed the Mr. J. Hill Monique Samuels interview. We did that in 1 hour and 40 seconds. Not too bad, actually. A full solid hour. You didn't even feel it. You didn't even feel like it was an hour. And that's how the interview felt. It really felt like it was a full-fledged hour. And I felt really complete from an interview. You know how there's some interviews where it's like, I don't know, there's something missing here. I did not feel any emptiness from this interview. I felt it was complete. I felt it was very congenial, or cohesive rather. I feel like it was very cohesive. It was very connected, and it felt very community in terms of making sure that everything was talked about, but in a way that felt inviting. So shout out to Mr. J. Hill. Let me pull up his YouTube channel because I want to give him some promotion. Not like he needs it from me or anything, but Mr. J. Hill Network. So let me pull this up here so y'all can see it. But here is Mr. J. Hill Network right here. This is his channel. I did not know about this channel until, this Monique interview. And he's got some interviews here. He's got Tammy Rivera and Zonique and Just Hilarious and, Don't Call Me White Girl. I remember seeing her on social media. He's got some people, and he is definitely doing his thing. And I send nothing but love, prayers, and support to the brother. Of course, I'm going to subscribe to him right there. And that's his YouTube channel. So I will drop the link to support him. Because everybody's trying to do the best they can. You know what I mean? So it's nothing wrong with promoting good people who deserve it. And he definitely deserves that work. He definitely deserves those accolades because it really was a good interview. It also goes to show, too, that it takes a little bit of everybody to, do social media because, one of the things that, people say about Shannon Sharpe is they really don't like it because not a journalist. Well, I mean, what did you expect, Barbara Walters? Like, sometimes people just need a space to just breathe and be able to say what they want to say, right? So, for every Barbara Walters, we need a Shannon Sharp or Mr. J Hill that just allows people to speak. And I think interviews have evolved too. I mean, it's not so much forward questions and follow-up questions and this, that, and the third. I mean, sure, the format's the same of I'm the interviewer, you're the interviewee, this is the subject matter, but it's not as tight anymore for interviews. I mean, short interviews still make noise, but I think it's more of a outlet for clarifying things now rather than for defining things. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on that. Hey, TNT G Mom, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are just chilling. We just reviewed the Mr. J Hill Monique Samuels interview. It was a great interview, a really, really great interview. I'm not just saying that to say that either. Y'all know how much of a media nerd I am. I always say I am the media nerd of social media. And this is a media foundational channel with a black soul. And we use media as the lens to be able to cover all these destinations we go to. And this was a great interview. It really, really was great. Like I said, Mr. J Hill Network, that is the network there. So like, comment, share, subscribe to that great network there. So, and it looks like he has 91,100 subscribers. So just keep putting the work. He will be at 100K before we all know it. So I said nothing but light, love, and blessings to him. And if you guys want to be a part of this channel right here, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We do content like this all the time. All the time. I think some of my favorite content, honestly, is when we do deep dives like this. Because we're able to explore, and I love being able to do a video, but there's nothing like reviewing something live. Some of my best, lives have been reviews. Like we reviewed the Tawanda Braxton, Carlos King interview. That went over really well. Reviewing the Cat Williams interview. That was amazing too. Reviewing the Monique interview, right? That was amazing too. Trying to think who else. Oh, the Amanda Seals one with Shannon Sharp was good too. So there's a lot that you can do with interviews. You know what I mean? So yeah. And like I said, I hope everybody's doing quite all right tonight. It is Friday night, and I hope all is well. By the way, I tried out the salted caramel frosty from Wendy's. It is a vibe. It is a vibe. Do you hear me, child? Listen, if you haven't tried it, you need to get it because it is that good. It is that good. And by the way, if you dip your fries in a Frosty, you are good people. It is no judgment. Don't knock it until you try it. It is delicious. It is very, very delicious. It really is. So, yeah. Six people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. So what are y'all plans for the rest of the night? Probably, I guess, as soon as this live is done, I'll probably just be chilling, honestly. But I'll stay here as long as y'all need me to. I'll probably be on here for an hour and 30 minutes. maybe. And like I said, if you guys want to, I'll drop the link if you guys want to come up. Did you watch the interview? What were your thoughts on it? Did I miss anything? Is there something, that you want to speak on a little bit more? Now, of course, I've never been married, so I can't really speak on marriage, but I do have a very good cavalry of people, by the way, that you can spend if you guys want to come around. I do have a very good cavalry that that I can go to that gives me great words of wisdom. Um, you know what I mean? So yes, indeed. Yep, we are just chilling, everybody. Glad to have all of you here. Eight people in the building. Thank you all so much. Um, you know, I think somebody said in a virtual tour live that Monique needs to come back, and I did say that I don't think Monique can come back because what she did was reprehensible with that fight with Candace. I think from this version of Monique, I could see her coming back to reality TV. I think that edition of Monique, I think that can be definitely accepted in the culture. I definitely believe that for sure. So Brainley was wrong. He was wrong. I will gladly admit that. I do not mind admitting that. You know what I mean? So now one thing I am never going to be wrong about is that in this thing called life, that there are 365 days a year.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
I will never apologize for knowing there's 365 days in a year, 366 in a leap year, okay? Oh, my Lord. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Lord. So yeah, we are just live on tour, just chilling. Glad to have all you here. I think that if I were dating somebody, I would definitely, use this interview as kind of like a marker to see where they are, if they really want a relationship. Like, if we are watching this interview and, you have different thoughts, that can be a good marker of seeing where you are. You know what I mean? So. 5 people in the building. Thank you all so much. By the way, this morning we had a wonderful time. There's this song from Shirley Ralph called "Blood, Sweat, and Tears" from Mbessa from League of Legends. If you guys have not heard the song, please go and watch that virtual tour live we did this morning. One of the things that really kind of aggravate me about YouTube just a little bit is the fact that when you find something good that you want to talk about, that you can't make money on the video. And so I'm not able to monetize that, but also too, I've learned to evolve with, not being able to make money on every video, because there are times where, there are times where the assignment is bigger than you, and the lyricism of Blood, Sweat, and Tears is so profound that I did not mind not making money on it, so people can know about that song, because and I didn't even know Shirley Ralph was in League of Legends. I had no idea. You know what I mean? So, but it's a great song. So if y'all have not heard that song, please, I'm telling you, it's a great workout song too. I feel that can be a great workout song too. Just, if you're on the treadmill, you can go to the beat of the song. It's really that good. 6 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. I was in Sassy's chat, and Greta said that we should watch the Ray J podcast. I don't know if I want to watch it. I don't know if I want to watch it, because the thing about podcasts is, you got first of all, you gotta have the attention span to hold it. That's the first thing. And with everything going on with Ray J, I just saw an update, y'all, that Lord, I may have to hold it until Monday, y'all, because I can't with Ray J. So every time he shows up, it's just, it's more of a hindrance type of energy than a resource, and I'm just like, I can't do it. So yes, indeed, we're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more Virtual Tour Live right after this. Roll it.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're going to get at Volcano Bay.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus media station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Welcome to the scene, it's 3 with the team, we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out, you know what I mean? Sassy P dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee, he in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the team. 3 with the team. And if you wanna be world, no, 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 no. And if you wanna be world, no, no. And if you wanna be world, like a middle sister. And if you wanna be world, no. Hey, it's party time. Welcome to the scene. It's 3 with the T and we ain't keeping it clean. Sipping hot, pinky out, you know what I mean. Sassy T dropping bombs, get ready to scream. Little Paulette, she in between like the middle sister or the referee. Last but not least, we got Braylon Lee, he in the mix, taking us on a virtual spree. Love, laugh, talk, it's a whole new reality. Get ready for the vibes, cause this party's a masterpiece. That's right, it's 3 with the T.
How's the gas?
I feel great. I love you, and I love you. And to show my love, guess what? On Tuesday, November 16th, I'm gonna give everybody everywhere free tacos.
You sure you want to do that?
Absolutely. You have good hair.
Get 2 of Jack's delicious classic tacos absolutely free when you come into Jack in the Box Tuesday, November 16th.
Whoa, that's a big tooth.
Get 2 free tacos Tuesday, November 16th at Jack in the Box.
I'm loving it. I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. We are live on tour. We've reviewed the Mr. J. Hill, Monique Samuels interview. It was a great time. I hope I covered everything. I think I did. Like I said, I really appreciated the vulnerability in this interview, and I hope that you guys appreciated the openness I had to this interview, because I did have my feelings for Monique, and while I may not be a fan of hers, not like in a bad way or anything, because like I said, I watch these shows for y'all and we diversify our content so we can be where we are. But I can definitely say I would not mind hanging out with her. I'm not a fan, but I wouldn't mind. If she was in the room, I would definitely say hey and have a good time. So that I can definitely say. Like I said, if y'all have a take on the interview, y'all can put in the live chat or come on up on StreamYard and give your take. I am definitely open to what you guys, have to say. So, like I said, interviews like this are really interesting, especially if you're not in that space to be married and you see it from your single lens. But I really loved in this interview that it seemed like everybody's perspective was covered, whether you were married or not. You definitely felt seen in this interview. Oh, I think the fight is tonight, by the way, y'all, for Mike Tyson and Logan Paul. Not Logan Paul, but Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul is going to get whooped. I really do. I really do. Like, dude, you go up against Mike Tyson. Like, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? Like, did you do this just for a check? I mean, if you did, just let us know. We can move on. But like, bro, come on. Like, for real, that's kind of embarrassing. But hey, listen, it is what it is. But yeah, y'all, we're just here enjoying each other's company, y'all. Hang on, y'all, I'm still right here. Hey, y'all. Still right here with all of you. I want to show this to y'all. I just saw this on Instagram. And I think this goes to the interview that we just saw. And I hope that this inspires you. And it goes to show that even celebrities, they get doubted too. So let me pull that up. And this clip, I think this clip will relate to the interview because sometimes people will say, "No, you're not good enough for a relationship, or you're not good enough for this, or you're not good enough for that." So let me. Get up here. Here we go.
The biggest no's I ever got was that I could never be a movie star. Queen Latifah will never be a movie star. We all know the sound, right? We turn that into a yes, she can. I know she may not look like what you think, or come from where you think she should, or have the story you've told 1,000 times, but watch this. And here we are. It was a teachable moment for this particular person because within the next year, I had the #1 movie, Bringing Down the House, that grossed well over $100 million. And I was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for Chicago. Them is movie star things, you know? One of the biggest.
So even Queen Latifah got told no. You know what I mean? Hey, speak your piece, welcome in. So that should tell you if Queen Latifah can get told no, we can take a no. If the queen herself of UNITY could be told no, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. And that just touched me. Hang on, y'all. So, but yeah. Speak your piece, welcome in. We're just chilling out here. Did the whole review of the Monique Samuels and Mr. J Hill. It was really, really good content. Very, very, very good content. So yes, indeed. How are you doing, Speak Your Piece? I hope that you're good. Yeah, you know, like I said, it's melody, it's winter, it's melody, winter, um, Akia from Bell Collective, Latrice, and Candy Burris. So there's some people that really like him, and that is for real. Like there are some people that legitimately do not like him. Um, you know, so yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. So I'm Braylon, I'm okay for now. It's hard when you lose a sibling, but I know he's no longer a pet. Thanks for asking. Oh, it's no problem. Ray J, why are you doing this, bruh? I don't want to talk about you. Jeez. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. We show y'all this. Yeah, I know. And we just covered him this morning saying that he apologized and to Jamal, Pastor Jamal Bryan, and everything else. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. I can't do this. Ish. Anyway, Chad. Yeah, he is smiling. I'll get drunk, child. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of topics going on right now. And I'm just saving them. But yeah, we're just chilling, everybody. We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes now. Let's see. Ray has been showing us he's guilty of something, and he's rambling when he should probably lawyer up or speaking, or at least speaking to the feds. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. He should definitely should be on below. You know what I mean? But he's going to do what he wants to do, just like anybody else. You know, so. So it is what it is, child. I just hope he realizes he needs to be still before he has to be put in his place to get still, you know. We'll see. We shall see. I'm surprised his mama son ain't try to clean this mess up. You know, I think, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that Sonya knows her child. And I think she is just done. You know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, y'all, it's just always something. Oh, man, the year's not even over yet. We're not even at December. But yeah, we are just chilling, y'all. Oh, oh my lord. Oh my lord. Wow. Okay. Okay. Y'all, I promise you, if y'all can see these destinations I'm seeing, man. Man, oh man, oh man. Hey, everybody. We are just chilling out here. Glad to have y'all here. We are just enjoy each other's good company. Just enjoy each other's good company. By the way, hopefully I'll have some updates for y'all. I applied for two. I applied for two programs: the For Imagination contest and the Real Screen Showdown. And so hopefully we will hear something. Hopefully we'll hear something soon. And if the news turns out the way it needs to, I will come online and let you guys know about it. So. So, yep, I think we're almost there to a 2 hour show, y'all. And then we'll get off of here and just chill. But yeah, y'all, this was a good show. Let's see here. Have you noticed how the strong, beautiful, and successful women? Sorry, y'all. OZK shows are always getting moved. That's because he wants to be the jealousy is what drives Queen Carla. I definitely agree with that. I definitely will agree with that. So, we're just chilling out, y'all. However, them strong men, man, Carla doesn't mess with any of them. Cliff is a perfect example of this description. Yeah, it's interesting. He will challenge people on who they are, right? But yet won't step up to anybody who can overpower him mentally. It's quite sad. I will definitely say that it's quite sad. So. Well, like I've been saying, y'all, I got a feeling that this show's about to be canceled anyway, because OWN needs to go into a new direction, sincerely, because I think there's more to OWN than just Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't think that the network should hang its hat on one show. I really don't. You think he has a thing for straight men? Okay. Child, listen. The only way that you can ever get somebody is if they're interested in you. So I don't think that's gonna be happening. And people keep telling him try a woman. I'm like, I don't think he really rolls that way. Now, apparently, there's supposed to be some big announcement on Monday. I don't know what the announcement is, but quite frankly, if it's the show ending, then I think that's the right announcement. But whatever it is, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm sure we'll be talking about it. I'm sure we will be talking about it. So. Hey, 5 people, 6 people. We are just chilling out here. Glad to have y'all here. Just enjoying each other's good company. Did the review for Mr. J Hill and Monique Samuels. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. A lot of life lessons in that interview too. Really, they did not miss a beat in terms of talking about what needed to be talked about. So. I think OWN is done with Carla. You can see the round the wall lawsuits are coming. They want nothing to do with that mess. Yeah. And I don't think it's a bad thing if the show ends. I've been saying to y'all that I think when this show ends, I think that this will prove who is a real content creator and who is not a real content creator. And also too, I think it's going to give OWN that room to run to see what else is out there. I'm waiting for season 2 of the Never Ever Met, so I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the cast. I'm ready to see what the new adventure is going to be. And then, of course, Ready to Love should be coming back soon as well. Like I said, I think they could do more of Oprah's favorite things. I think that should be a yearly Christmas special. I think that would be just fine. The OWN spotlights have been test runs to see what, could work as a series. Of course, the Lady May spinoff. We've been waiting on that for I don't know how many years now, but to no avail. So there are plenty of things that they can do at OWN. They just have to be wanting to do it. So yeah, I think they'll be fine. But OWN's got to get themselves together before OWN has to get themselves together before somebody gets them together. And I think that's what's happening with this lawsuit. OWN is somebody's getting OWN together, and it would be a shame for a lawsuit to dictate the future direction of a network. Because here's the thing, right? If we're really going to be honest, Carlos King needs OWN more than OWN needs Carlos King. I think we can at least all agree with that. If we don't agree on nothing else, I think we can all agree with that. That OWN needs Carlos King needs OWN more than OWN needs Carlos King. Because like I said, for 15 years, Ready to Love, I would say is more beloved than Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, we really want to talk about it. 10 seasons. This is what, season 7 of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and to be on for 7 seasons is not easy. I won't ever take that credit away, but come on. Ready to Love is one of those shows that you can't stand, but yet you hope to see it come back. So. We'll see. Nope. Nothing there. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if I'll do I may do a show Monday. Well, I mean, I know I'll do a show Monday, but yeah, there's a lot of topics, y'all. But definitely, I think in the morning, I'm probably just gonna take it easy. Hey, my thoughts. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. We reviewed the Mr. J. Hill, Monique Samuel's interview. It was a great interview. It really, really was a great interview. I quite enjoyed it. How are you doing? Hopefully all is well with you. We are just chilling here, just giving each other good company. Good. I'm glad you had a very good day today. I'm very glad. Like I said, y'all, I think the best topic from this morning was, blood, sweat, and tears. That song there is a vibe. I mean, if y'all have not heard the song, I mean, it will give you that energy that you've been needing. I'll say that. I do hope that there's a way in Abbott Elementary that maybe they can like do a Mbessa, cameo where the kids are playing League of Legends and this one person's playing Mbessa and they hear no peace, and surely your character will be like, oh my God, who is that? So yeah, but that's a really, really cool song. I'm glad I was able to cover it. And of course, covering Nami Hair and also Fire Hair by Shay P. I was glad to do it. I still can't believe Shay P looked that fine in that gold bathing suit. Good Lord Jesus. Whew. My thoughts, did you get the chance to watch the Monique interview at all, or? You haven't seen it yet. Okay. when you get the chance, watch it and let me know what you think. I covered it about an hour ago, 1 hour and like 40 seconds. And it was a full straight hour too. It was a very, very good, a very, very good time. But yep, just enjoying each other. Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, like for Carlos to freak out the way that he did, I sincerely believe something's going on behind the scenes. I did say, what did I tell y'all? That there is something coming down the line that ain't nobody expected. Did I not tell y'all that? I told y'all that social media and the show were going to clash in a way that we have never seen. I told y'all that final season post. I told y'all that poster looked like a final season poster, and all will be revealed was not chosen by accident. That's the statement for the season. And I also did say by the time season 7 comes on TV, it's season 8 on YouTube. I have not moved from those statements, and I will not move from those statements. So yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely see. I mean, whatever's about to happen to this show, it's about to happen. So. So we are just chilling, y'all. Just chilling. And like I said, y'all, tomorrow will be a new episode. Like I said, y'all can have it. I have not covered one episode of the season, nor am I going to, because at this point, it is what it is. You know the show is what it is. I know what the show is, and we know what the show is. All the leading ladies of the shows need to get together and take his butt to the edge. And I do believe that is possible. Just because we're not seeing everything public doesn't mean we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes moving in silence can do a lot of good. So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see, child. And y'all, I only know as much as y'all know. Honestly, I know that I am a mod for Mel. I'm very grateful for that. Like I told y'all, I was just as surprised as y'all that I got that space, but also too, that doesn't mean I know everything. You know what I mean? I only know as much as y'all know, and I just give my thoughts. You know what I mean? So I want to watch this show just as much as I want to eat skunk meat. Skunk meat is a skunk meat is a thing, John. Okay, I had no idea. Oh, yeah, child. Let's see here. Uncle have a truck. I'm just kidding. We will not go there tonight. No, listen. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, at the beginning, end of the day, I do wish everybody well, but I do have a feeling that I don't know. I just got this feeling like it's a gumption in me that this show's about to be over. I don't know what it is. I really don't, but I can't describe it. But I really do believe that this show's about to end. Because I mean, to have this much going on behind the scenes for something big not to happen, like, come on. The buzzards are circling. Yes, 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 yes. The buzzards are circling, child. Like I said, there is something definitely coming. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely coming. Will there be a 3 with the T tomorrow? I believe so. Sassy does not want to talk about anything with Mary Huntsville, so she said she was down for it. I'm down for it. I think we could use a 3 with the T just to kind of unify us a little bit. You know what I mean? So. I'm definitely down for a 3 with the T tomorrow. You have a question for us tomorrow? Okay, gotcha. Well, listen, write it down so you won't forget it. Hey, CC, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are just chilling, my friend. It's good to see you. I hope all is well with you. I got on live and smell coordinator. Understood. Yes, good evening to you for sure, my friend. But yes, we are just chilling, Like I said, I do think that it's interesting. Every time someone comes out and talks about Carlos King, you notice how it's never anything good, right? Like every time it's a woman from this arena, it's never good. Hang on, y'all. Listen, if it's the link that I'm thinking of, I know the link. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. I got that good jailbroken fire stick. Oh my Lord Jesus. Well, listen, you gotta be careful with playing with that stick, because there's a recoil on it because the stick can catch on fire. You do know that, right? So if your TV catches on fire because you put a stick of fire in the TV, it's your own fault. So please, everybody, be careful with fire sticks. Yes, I made a dad joke. I made a dad joke. You ever have one of those people who's like, you know what? Your existence confuses me. Oh my God, that was hilarious. CK is never associated with anything that Ashley say, Brent. Tell me one thing, I'll wait. There we go. That part. I'll wait. You know what was really funny? When I did that time challenge, nobody came to the chat. I thought that was quite interesting. I'm like, I legitimately put on 3 minutes for y'all to tell me anything. You know what I mean? And nothing. Thank you. I saw Keisha speak on that intro. He may have just lost that couple. Yeah, they were not playing about the intro. They did not like that. So, yeah, it seems like it's all falling down. You know what I mean? So, that's what happens when you don't respect people. That's what happens. I'll give me one moment. I'm still right here with y'all. Have a good one, you guys. I will see you all on YouTube streets tomorrow. I'm ready to see some Tyson. Oh, yes, the fight is tonight, child. And I am I'm so ready to hear that the fight is over and that Tyson won. So I hope Jake Paul knows that when this happens, he is going to be dragged. And rightfully so. Like, he's too arrogant. At this point, I think the industry alert needs to go out to advise women to not work with Kingdom Reign or CK. I agree. Kingdom Reign is crashing and burning. It is. Good night. My thoughts. My husband wants me to watch that with him too. Last fall. Last comment speaking piece. I hope nobody puts any water on it to put out the fire. I feel you. I feel like those Paul brothers pay big money for these losers just to lose. Oh yeah. I definitely feel you on that. But yes, Cindy, we are chilling, y'all. Glad to have y'all here. So, yeah, we'll take it to 2:35 and then head on out. All right, good night, CC. Be blessed, my friend. We're just here chilling. Just wanted to give a little company to people tonight. But thank you for rolling through. Always good to see you, my friend. Just chilling out. Hey, everybody. 5 more minutes, and then we're going to head on out here. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, man. But yeah, we are. And with a push to put Dolly. I'm sorry. I was on Facebook just looking at some stuff. Yep. Let me get the Daily Motivator up for y'all, and then we'll head on out. But this has been a great time. Okay, then. Do not relent. Time for me to rest. Understood, my friend. That's why. Even though we did the interview for the hour we did, I just gave an extra hour for people who just want to relax, who want to breathe, and who just want to be in peace. So But yeah, so it's time for Daily Motivator. God gave you burdens, also shoulders. Yiddish proverb. All right, let's get in and do what we do. It's time for Daily Motivator for Friday, November 15th, 2024. Do not relent. This is possible. This can be done. Go to work. Do not relent. Now is your starting point. Stretch out in front of you. Stretching out in front of you is your opportunity. Utilize what you have. Do what you can. Learn from all that goes right, from everything that goes wrong. Expand that goes wrong. Adapt, expand, and keep up the effort. Don't expect it to be easy or instantaneous. Do what's necessary to persist, to endure, and to eventually triumph. You have the chance to make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others. What could possibly be more meaningful, more satisfying, more fulfilling than that? Take that chance and run for now. This is possible. This can be done. As you who can do it, Ralph Wilson. Do not relent. Oh, all right. Let's talk about it. Do not relent. I think that just means don't give up. When the going gets tough, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Well, actually, you don't have to keep going, but I do know this much. What's to come is better than what's been. I do know that. As long as you are above ground to make a difference, it is never too late. In this world today, we are so defined by singular moments that we forget that we are all experiences that can evolve, that can rise, that can really be in a state of being where anything is possible. So when it comes to, do not relent, the first thing I will say to you is that what's to come is better than what's been. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I'll tell you about do not relent is don't expect it to be easy or instantaneous. And believe me, as much as I hate the process of the steps and proving yourself, sometimes that is a protective mechanism for you not to grow too quickly and for you not to experience it all at once, because you should have levels to breathe in your rising of greatness. That's the second thing I'll tell you about do not relent, is that it is okay to be where you are, because sometimes being where you are is preparing you for where you're going. And finally, take that chance, run with it now. This is possible. This can be done. It's you who can do it. The biggest thing I want to talk about is this is possible. The song Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. So it's finally filling in your courses. Impossible. But the one's for strangers and fools who don't believe in sensible rules. And because these daffodil items keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. From our furry godmother, Whitney Houston. Whatever you think is impossible, I promise you this. There's somebody else who has the same energy as you. But the great thing about if you separate impossible, it turns into impossible, right? And I think we have to recognize that within ourselves, that the only thing that will ever be possible is if we believe that it's possible to do it in us. So do not relent. What is to come is better than what's been. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And when you always showcase your character, people will understand your character. When you always showcase your character, people will understand your character. When you show your character, people will understand your character. That being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always one of the blessed and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Doing what you've been chosen. You last one thing. All yourself is nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we're also doing great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or maybe you're just more open-minded after seeing a new point of view. Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And y'all, like I said before, we're about to go into Thanksgiving. If you don't believe in Thanksgiving, we're about to go into family quality time and Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Festivus and any other holiday that matters to you. Let us all recognize that we can all be a problem and that we can all be a solution. We've all lost a lot. We also can gain a lot. And the only way that will happen is if we have gaining energy to give, or we have a energy of losing that we want to give to other people. So let's all be solutions out here, all right? Or at least try to be the best solution that we can. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, for the blessings all the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. By the way, Mike Tyson whooped Jake Paul's ass. He deserves it. It's too arrogant. He thinks he knows everything, and he doesn't have to be held to account for a damn thing. Whoop his ass. That being said, one love, much love, all love. I'll see y'all real soon. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
For Ramirez, Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. For Ramirez.
Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from nothing. Our fun is your fun. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to leave here to show that.
Things have been a little quiet around here.
We've missed the fun. We've missed the excitement. We've missed the entertainment. We've missed the nightlife. But most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers. The one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning,
morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Church is Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for? The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.